2000 Oakland Raiders opened the new millennium as AFC Western Division champs, taking on the Baltimore Ravens for a Super Bowl berth. But this memorable year of glory sadly ended with a day of defeat. John Gruden and the Raider organization entered the season with heavy hearts after the tragic off-season passing of safety Eric Turner. Number 29 would be an inspiration for the opener against the Chargers and throughout the season. The Raiders' 41st season opened with 23 new players wearing the famed silver and black. Alert defense with 6 new starters dominated against San Diego. Interceptions by Charles Woodson, Marquez Pope, and William Thomas limited the Chargers to 6 points.
Atta baby! Atta baby! Well done!
Lance Johnstone's strip and Reagan Upshaw's recovery demolished another drive. Booming punts by rookie Shane Leckler and fearless coverage by free agent acquisition Anthony Dorsett helped Oakland open with a win.
Gannon dropping back. He loops one end zone. Rising! Touchdown!
In Week 2 in Indianapolis, the Colts led by 21 until quarterback Rich Gannon scored twice to trigger a classic Raider comeback.
Dives, and he is in. Touchdown Raiders! Empty backfield, Wheatley off to the right. Gannon looking left, now going to run again. Pump fakes, trying to get outside 5. And he goes for the pylon, and he is in. Touchdown Gannon!
William Thomas, 59, and Johnny Harris, 37, forced a fumble that Greg Biekert alertly fielded, providing another scoring opportunity. Adam Cruz snapped, Shane Leckler held, and rookie Sebastian Janikowski's field goal narrowed the gap. A Torrey James interception, aided by a crushing Darrell Russell block, allowed Rich Gannon to set a Raiders single-game record with 3 rushing touchdowns by a quarterback.
3rd and 1 from the Colts 6. And they give it a whip. No play action. Gannon's going to run in the end zone and tie the game. 45 seconds to go, 3rd quarter, I formation. They give it a Wheatley up the middle. He's into the end zone, untouched on the right side. Touchdown, Raiders! And the Raiders have the lead.
24 third-quarter points powered the comeback and a 31-24 lead. Fullback John Ritchie's catch and carry set up the clinching score. Tyrone Wheatley and company rushed for 5 touchdowns, and the Silver and Black were 2-0. 2 weeks later, the Raiders returned to Network Associates Coliseum to overpower the Cleveland Browns. Behind key blocks by center Barrett Robbins, 63, and guard Steve Wisniewski, 76, Tyrone Wheatley tied the score at 7. Talented wide receiver Tim Brown got open, and speedster Napoleon Kaufman headed Goldwood. Behind tackles Lincoln Kennedy, 72, and Matt Stinchcomb, 74. Following Wisniewski and Barry Sims, Zach Crockett up the lead to 21-7. Raider defense totally dominated. Aggressive second-year pros Tony Bryant, 94, and Roderick Coleman, 57, controlled runs and passes, and William Thomas's interception built a commanding lead.
Intercepted by Willie Thomas, and he will take it in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Willie Thomas, a 45-yard interception.
With a 36-10 win, the Raiders were off to a 3-1 start. The Raiders invaded San Francisco to continue their mastery of the 49ers. Coach Gruden's team trailed early, but the battle-hardened Raiders met the challenge.
And Tyrone Wheatley. Here comes Wheatley off right tackle. Touchdown, Raiders. And the Raiders are within 2 now.
Rich Gannon led the assault with 85 yards rushing and 310 yards passing.
Gannon and a wide open Tim Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Gannon got a bootleg out left. 10, 5. Gannon is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Greg Biekert, Grady Jackson, and company created a fourth down fortress to force overtime. In overtime, the lethal passing partnership of Rich Gannon and Tim Brown produced the winning score.
It's picked up. Gannon throws out right. Open Gannon. Touchdown! Timmy Brown. The Oakland Raiders have won the game. The Raiders have beaten the 49ers 34-28.
Against the Chiefs, the Raiders fought for a second straight win in Kansas City, opening with a masterful 80-yard drive.
He's got Kaufman blocked from Wisniewski. Touchdown! Napoleon Kaufman going into the end zone.
Intense, determined defense stood tall, yielding only 58 yards on the ground. Rallying from 10 points behind, the Raiders tied the score.
By Browning throws, it is caught! A touchdown for the Raiders! Tyrone Wheatley with a tremendous catch there.
With 25 seconds left, first-round draft choice Sebastian Janikowski got the call.
The snap from True, good. Leckler has it down, Janikowski has it away, and this one is good! Janikowski has nailed it! The Polish cannon sounds here in Kansas City.
Hey, I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so happy for you. Let's all start a chant here. Raiders! 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 Raiders!
Looking for their fourth straight win, the Raiders hosted Seattle. Shane Leckler, whose 45.9-yard punting average was the best in club history, penned Seattle deep with great coverage by number 20 Torrey James and company. Eric Allen's fight for possession gave the silver and black field position to forge ahead.
From Seattle's 16-yard line, 3 receivers in, 1 back, and down the middle, it is caught by Tim Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Gonna drop back to pass. Looks left, pump fakes, now throws middle. Tim Brown. Touchdown right down the middle again. Boy, they made that look easy.
Brown and Gannon teamed for touchdowns, and Tyrone Wheatley had a career-best performance.
Yard line, Wheatley behind Richie off left tackle, 30, 40. Wheatley to midfield. Wheatley to the 40. Wheatley to the 30. Wheatley is pulled, but not down. 10-5. Wheatley, touchdown.
For the fourth time in 7 games, the Raiders scored at least 30 points.
2nd and 10, play action to Kaufman. Gannon going to roll on right, slings one, caught by Jett. 10-5. James Jett goes into the end zone.
Unyielding defense conquered, never allowing Seattle into the end zone in a 31-3 victory. At 6-1, the Raiders traveled to San Diego for a Sunday night clash. Defense again dominated. Number 90 Grady Jackson, 58 Elijah Alexander, 54 Greg Biekert, 50 Eric Barton, 99 Josh Taves, 94 Tony Bryant, 96 Darrell Russell, 24 Charles Woodson, and the rest of the defense held the Chargers to 29 yards rushing and 13 points. Sebastian Janikowski tied a team record with 5 field goals, and his 54-yarder equaled the longest in Raider history as Oakland won its 5th straight. Raider return to glory continued. Quarterbacks Bobby Hoying and Rodney Peete were ready if needed, along with starter Rich Gannon, who unleashed a scoring avalanche featuring number 80, Andre Rison.
Rison left, Gannon the pump fake, looks left, now may run. He'll throw it for the end zone. Rison! Touchdown, Raiders! Second and goal for a 2-touchdown lead. Zach Crockett up the middle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders! Tim Brown, Ricky Dudley on the right. Andre Rison left with Hasty. Tim goes in motion. They're playing a zone. No one follows him. Gannon a pump fake. Throws middle. Right through Dudley's hands, but caught in the back of the end zone by Rison.
Defensively, Russell, Alexander, Biekert, Coleman, Taves, Jackson, and company amassed 4 sacks and 3 turnovers. Rich Gannon teamed with tight end Ricky Dudley for 2 scores. Blocks by Pro Bowl pick Lincoln Kennedy, Mo Collins, Zach Crockett, and Steve Wisniewski freed number 28 Randy Jordan, sealing a Raiders sweep of Kansas City, 49-31.
Played a string of 5 divisional games. We're done with 4 of them. We've won 4 in a row against our divisional foes. That's quite an accomplishment by anybody's standards.
Now 8-2, the Raiders ventured south against the playoff-bound Saints. Reagan Upshaw pressured and Charles Woodson intercepted. Then elusive Rich Gannon scrambled right, finding Andre Rison.
Raiders lead 3-0. Gannon a straight 5-step drop, look left, pressure from the backside. It's away from the 1 sack. Now being chased by Mitchell. Throws, got Rison. 15-10. Rison to the 5. And Rison takes it all the way. He's in. Touchdown, Andre Rison.
Grady Jackson recorded sacks, and Darrell Russell captured running backs as the Raider defense became an ominous, intimidating force. Offensively, the league's most dominant rushing attack pounded the Saints. With Tyrone Wheatley injured, Zach Crockett and Napoleon Kaufman sparkled, convoyed by John Ritchie and Pro Bowl choice Steve Wisniewski.
Pump fake for Rison, come back for Brown, a touchdown!
Oakland scored 4 touchdowns, winning 31-22 on the road. In their 12th game, Raider focus was on earning win number 10. Defensive mind and muscle limited Atlanta to just 181 yards, and this Eric Allen interception put the Raiders in scoring territory. Tough Rich Gannon led an offense that gained nearly 500 yards and scored 38 unanswered points.
Third and goal from inside the 1. Ritchie ahead of Wheatley in the eye. They'll try it again. Wheatley up the middle, and this time he goes in standing. And he greets the folks in the black hole with a Raider touchdown.
Tim Brown contributed with 6 catches for 95 yards and this 28-yard score. Raider will to win was clear as Jackson, Dorsett, Upshaw, Taves, Thomas and company recorded 6 sacks and allowed only 1 third down conversion. The determined offensive front of Lincoln Kennedy, Mo Collins, Barrett Robbins, Steve Wisniewski, and Barry Sims, anchoring the NFL's top ground game, blasted out 270 yards rushing.
Morton Anderson approaching the ball.
Johnny Harris, Eric Johnson, Darrell Ashmore, Adam True, and Calvin Branch gave number 88, David Dunn, room to roam.
Goes behind Anderson. He's gone 30, 20. David Dunn, touchdown, Raiders!
James Jett's career-long reception was big.
By Gannon, now throws for Jett, got it, 35-40. Jett midfield, he's gone.
10-2, Raider commitment to excellence was on display.
It feels like Sunday night football up in this thing, you heard me? Yeah, it's time for the big boys to come out and play ball today.
Great Raider defense came forward in a Sunday night game against the Jets. Beekert, Upshaw, and Pope held New York to just 10 yards rushing. William Thomas and Eric Allen each had 2 interceptions.
Testaverde looks his way, throws high, intercepted by Allen, coming up the right sideline, 40, 30, 20, he may go 10. Eric Allen's into the end zone, touchdown, Raiders!
Allen's long return gave the Raiders a 7-0 lead. Rich Gannon executed Coach Gruden's game plan perfectly as the Raiders roared to a 31-0 lead.
Gannon moving for Rising wide open, touchdown, Raiders!
Coach John Gruden and his staff generated a team record 5,776 yards in 2000.
The goal line, and he is in! Touchdown, Raiders!
With great support from fans and Raiderettes, Coleman, Alexander, and Taves hounded the Jets. Oakland scored 479 points in 2000, most ever by a Raider team. William Thomas had 1 of 4 Raider interceptions. Gannon threw 2 touchdown passes as Raider air superiority was again displayed nationally.
Touchdown, Raiders!
Best kept secret in the NFL, Raiders.
A secret no more. The Raiders were playoff bound. The Raiders had to win their final league game against Carolina to reign again as Western Division champions. Raider pressure was overwhelming as tight end Jeremy Brigham scored his first NFL touchdown.
For a touchdown by Jeremy Brigham. Gannon moving for the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Jeremy Brigham. His first 2 touchdown receptions in the NFL. Nation Wheatley now know it's a play action. Gannon going to loop one for the end zone. Touchdown, Ricky Dudley.
Pro Bowl bound Rich Gannon threw a career best 5 touchdown passes.
Dudley 10, 5, Ricky Dudley, touchdown, Raiders. His second touchdown of the game.
Punishing defense played with skill and daring, forced sacks and fumbles as the dominating Raiders kept possession for nearly 40 minutes. Newly acquired Terry Kirby ripped off long runs. Tim Brown's 11th touchdown helped the Raiders win their 200th home game since 1960.
Blown back is Hetherington. Quick one to Muhammad. Picked off by Eric Allen. He's going to go in again. He's done it for a 3rd time this year. The Raiders, in every way imaginable, are blowing out the Panthers.
John Gruden and the Raiders had reason to celebrate. 12 wins clinched the division championship, a first-round bye, and then a home playoff game against the Dolphins.
You guys are #1 in the AFC West, divisional champions. Congratulations. It's an awesome thing to say. Great job. Great job.
Silver and black, Raider Nation. Welcome to Oaktown, baby. This is how we do it, baby. You're going down, Miami.
Raiders and fans alike were ready for the first playoff game in Oakland since the 1980 World Championship season. John Gruden's Raiders had lost only once at home all year, and the Dolphins fell into a black hole on their very first possession.
Throws right to Torrey James. 10, 20, 25, 30. Feeds their back. James feed at midfield. He's going to go 40, 30, 20. He's styling and high stepping. Touchdown, Raiders. It is a 90-yard interception return right into the black hole.
Storming, swarming Raider defense had allowed only 2 touchdowns in the last 15 quarters at home, and they bettered that this day. James Jett's clutch catch earned Oakland a 20-0 lead. Cheered by Coach Gruden and teammates like Jerry Porter, Brandon Jennings, Mondrell Fulcher, and others, Raider runners controlled field and clock.
First and goal, Raiders from the 2. Wheatley off right tackle. Tyrone is in to the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders!
Oakland dominated as Miami was held scoreless for the first time in their 37 playoff appearances. Torrey James' pass defense ended one Miami drive, and his interception destroyed another. Eric Allen capped the Raiders' first shutout win in postseason history, gaining their 13th win in 2000, 27-0.
Hey, you guys make a move today or what? You guys made a move, man. Congratulations. You accomplished something today that not a lot of teams get to taste. And you better like the taste, guys. You better like the taste.
I am extremely proud to have been a Raider. I'm also proud to have played my entire career with the Raiders.
In July of 2000, Howie Long and Ronnie Lott became the latest Raiders inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. They joined 10 other legendary Raiders already enshrined in Canton. Center Jim Otto. Guard Gene Upshaw. Tackle Art Shell. Wide receiver Fred Biletnikoff. Quarterback kicker George Blanda. Linebacker Ted Hendricks. Cornerback Willie Brown. Cornerback Mike Haynes. Running back Eric Dickerson. And owner, coach, administrator Al Davis. The Raiders' return to glory in 2000 continues 5 decades with pro football's best winning percentage since Al Davis took charge in 1963. Yet with all their magnificent history, the true greatness of the Raiders remains in its future. Edge Pro Gel presents the Oakland Raiders' ultimate performance of 2000. John Gruden and the Raiders hosted a divisional playoff game against the Dolphins. Torrey James' first quarter interception return for a touchdown gave Oakland a lead they would never relinquish. Rich Gannon's touchdown pass to James Jett gave the Raiders a 20-point lead. With their shutout win, Charles Woodson and the Raiders advanced to the AFC Championship.
Edge Pro Gel is the official shave gel of the NFL. Save your skin. This NFL Films production has been brought to you by the National Football League. The NFL is online at www.nfl.com.